Hey, welcome to this Bitter Small Beer Review. Actually, we got a great host here, the gregarious Shag Dog.
We went G's?
Yeah.
We skip F?
No, we did fantabulous, fantastic.
We did E's?
Yeah.
Oh, gregarious, huh?
Yeah.
This is total mind fuck, but we're also with the most generous jammer.
All right.
Reverse.
We're doing Shorts Brews Bellaire Brown, a classic American brown ale.
Yes, jammer.
Nothing special on the can here, Shag Dog.
86 by Beer Advocate, 7% ABV. It's American brown ale, year-round. Shorts Brewing Company out of Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Bellaire, Michigan, to be exact.
Oh.
Now, I'm okay with some brown ales. Some are just too nutty or too sweet, So hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too nutty or too sweet. That's what she said.
Yeah. Put a little smegma on your lips, babe.
Smeg a little your lips, best. When you told me that, I was like, what the hell does that mean? I thought it was like pre-cum or something. And then you told me what it was. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, both of them are disgusting, but yeah.
But it happens.
Now, do girls have that same stuff in some of their crevices?
I imagine so.
Wow.
Of course, it's specifically to the foreskin of the male.
Right. But if you have one of those girls that are fat with flappers all over, like different flaps going all over, layers of skin overlapping the labia.
Oh, the scenarios you come up with.
She might have some of that, what's it called?
Smegma?
Smegma.
From the guy before?
Yeah.
Oh, it is brown. Little orange, yellow hints.
Yeah.
Little reds. Has a nice little beige head.
I'm not sure if I'm picking up spice in there.
Smells like an IPA.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
it's a little sweet brown ale, I can tell already.
I think it has a little IPA-ish. IPA-ish. IPA.
IPAs.
IPA. One of these IPAs.
IPAnian.
Yeah. Citrusy, piney. No, alright, you're just boring me, you know. I'm trying to talk about beer and you're over there just going, smegma.
Something nut, smeg.
Oh, lip on my balls.
Like the lip balls on my nuts, girl.
You're just over there daydreaming now. Waiting for me to get done talking so you can drink it.
Is that Spanish for penis?
No.
What's it say?
Colonus.
Close.
Well, it is a brown ale.
Yes, Jammer. Yes.
Kind of roasty. Toasty, roasty.
Toasty,
bready.
Roasty, nutty, bready. A little sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet. It also has kind of like almost a piney citrus.
Yeah, a little bit. Probably the hops they're using or whatever in there.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like an IPA.
Right.
Very faint, but it's there. It's kind of watery, actually.
That too.
Like they took the bag of the brown nuts. The brown nut bag.
That's what they usually do, yeah. They smash it on the concrete.
All these foreign workers from the south of the border come up.
Yeah, the juice comes out of the nuts, and then they wash it down with a hose, so that's where you get the water from. That's mixed in with it. Wash it in through a filter.
But they take all that and they put it in a little bag and they steep,
Yeah.
I don't know if they... Now, in the big breweries, they probably don't use the little cloth bags or whatever for that and everything. They probably just dump it in there and empty it, shovel it out later. I don't know. They might have some kind of strainer sifter.
They might.
Put it in there, but it's just like they just run the water over it. And that's it, you know? You know what I mean? It's raining still. Just drizzling. I thought it was going to be a big storm.
No, it's good thunder a couple times, but that was about it. little drizzle.
Lightning. It's not bad. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm not particularly...
It's kind of sweet, but it's not overly sweet.
Yeah.
It's a light sweetness to me.
I've had the worst brown ales that got that sweet, super sweet in it. I can't drink it because it gives me that gag.
So next we have a wonderful one. Not to get you excited about the next beer because we are drinking this one and reviewing it. It's something for you to look forward to. Something that we haven't done in a long time.
IPA.
No. We're doing Anchor's Porter.
Oh, okay. That'll be alright.
So just remember that as you're drinking this, you have Anchor's Porter to look towards.
I know. I was going to say something when you came out with all that. I just forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry. I do that sometimes.
Well, I'm tired,
So, like a mishmash. Tell me a summer story, Shad Dog. Oh, wait a minute. Let's finish this beer.
A summer story.
So what kind of grade would you give this?
It's not the best brown I ever had. I'd probably get it a straight up C and a swallow.
I have to give it a C plus and a swallow.
There you go.
Because even though it's not my particular favorite style of beer, it's easy to drink. It's got flavor, yet it's very watery, refreshing, roasty, and all that wonderful stuff.
Yeah. Guy I used to work with, his favorite beer style was brown ales. I couldn't believe it. I was like, brown ales? And he's like, yeah.
For a brown ale fan, it's kind of hard to find brown ales in the macro. I mean, you got Newcastle.
Yeah, and that's not even the same anymore because that's made by that company. It doesn't even taste like Newcastle anymore. Yeah. It's got like a cocoa taste in it and everything. It's horrible.
I mean, and besides that, they had the controversy of using chemicals in it.
Right, the original kind,
Yeah, that could
but I'd rather drink that original kind that could kill you than that crappy craft shit.
And then they had some others. But for the most part, it's craft beer that you have to get the browns from.
Right. I mean, you had a Lennox, remember the Fireside Nut Brown Ale?
That wasn't too bad.
They got rid of it after a year after we drank it.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, for a macro type brown ale. But you're right. Not too many macro brown ales out there.
So it's very hard for a person who likes those styles to find that beer.
Unless you're going for craft. You live in an area where you get craft.
And then you also have to pay that premium price every time for a craft beer.
And I wonder if that's how someone like that would start. Because Newcastle Brown Ale, of course I've had bad batches in the bottle before, the original flavor. On the can, it was usually alright. And if I had a draft at the bar or something, I was like, this is pretty good. So maybe that's how someone would get into it. That's how I got into my first brown ale.
Yeah.
And, but then when I had some actual craft brown ales, some of them were so sweet.
Sweet, or they turn around and put pine in it?
Yeah, a whole bunch. I almost gagged on a few of them.
Yeah, it wasn't your particular favorite.
Yeah, so summer memories, huh?
Yes. So there's our grades and everything about the beer. Now let's move on to your summer story. Give me a summer story.
I got plenty of summer stories.
Just give me a summer story. Pick one.
As a kid?
As a kid, as an adult, pick a summer story.
And you want me to tell you one you haven't heard before, right? You might have heard it before, but... one time I was staying at my friend's house. Lenny.
Heard it?
No. Lenny, the guy that has the sleeper arm, the paralyzed arm with the sleeper.
Were you squiggy to his Lenny?
No. But he had to lick the lip balls on my nuts.
Yeah.
Him and his brother. Me and Pat...
He did it?
No.
Oh.
But me and Pat, we used to hang out, a bunch of us during the summer. Well, that particular night, we stayed the night at Lenny and Bobby Ames's house. And then I think my mother came looking for us in the morning. We're like, okay, get your stuff together. You're going to Janine's house, my cousin's. I'm like,
wait, your mother came looking like she didn't know where you were at?
Oh, she knew where we were at, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She came, she didn't know exactly where they lived, she knew them.
Mm-hmm. So they could have disappeared.
They knew what street it was on.
They could have disappeared with you, and she would have never found you.
Anyhow, so they come looking for us, and they're like, "You're going to stay at Janine's house, my cousin."
It was such a different time back in the 70s.
And I was like, "What do you mean we're staying at Janine's?" Sean, my brother, got beat up the night before, and my mother and my stepfather were supposed to be going to Jersey that day. He got jumped. Well, there were some dudes messing with some girls. Him and 2 or 3 other friends told the dudes to leave the girls around. Well, here they are. They're like 16, 15, 16, and 17 maybe, I don't know. But the dudes were grown-ups, and one of them went with a skateboard towards the dude. The dude grabbed a skateboard. They beat my brother and his 2 or 3 friends up, 2 dudes, grown men. But they're considered heroes because they saved the girl from harassing the girl. Anyhow, my brother's face was all fucked up. His eyes were completely closed. Well, they're going to take them to New Jersey with them because they weren't going to take any of us. They're taking him and my stepsister to New Jersey. Well, me and my brother Pat now have to go to my cousin's house, be babysitted. I'm like, fuck.
This is like a mob thing.
I'm like 15 years old.
Hit the mattresses.
I don't need to be babysitted.
You're headed to the mattresses and they're going to the other.
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm 15. I don't need to be babysitted, but I had to go to my cousin's house. It was horrible. Yeah, that's it. That's it on that one.
So that was a bad summer story.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for me. It was bad for my brother getting his ass whooped, I guess, huh? And his that face, I was like, damn, you're going out to New Jersey like that?
That's not the typical summer story I would have told in a beer review. I was looking forward to something upbeat and exciting.
I was trying to think back.
I had a summer story that I went with friends down to the beach along Anna Maria Island or whatever like that, and we stopped off and ate at the seafood restaurant. Got some oysters, and you.
I was there.
Yeah, you ate the bad oyster.
Yeah, well, we all had but I had the worst one apparently.
Yeah, well, you did it as a dare too.
Because that one was looking weird.
Yeah,
it was like blackish.
And you ate it. Went to the bar, started doing karaoke, and
sorry, like I had a Hawaiian shirt with a muscle shirt on underneath that. I was like, oh my god! I took
throwing up in a urinal.
Yeah, I took the muscle shirt off. Felt better, but then I went back out there for 10 more minutes. Oh fuck! Having like getting a little delusional too, I think. And then I was like, I gotta go back to the hotel. I'm like sick as a dog. I went back to the hotel. Probably puked a little bit. Back at the hotel, we're on the way there. Fell asleep, and then I felt better by the time you guys got back.
Yeah, we came in, woke you up,
and then you and
went out to the beach.
Yeah, cousin.
Yeah, Abbo's cousin or whatever it was.
Out in the water,
and you know what's the funny thing about that is we're out in the water, and I see the lights getting further and further away and dimmer.
What I wonder was, did you puke before you went out in the water or after you got back?
I think it was after.
Yeah, I hope you didn't puke in a turtle nest.
I turned around. I kept seeing the lights getting further and further away, and I'm like, oh my god.
I couldn't even see you
Sober
guys.
Sober moment. I go, I think we should swim back in.
Yeah. I couldn't even see you guys.
And he's like, yeah, it looks like we're getting pulled out, you know.
Yeah.
so we're swimming back in, and it took a while for us to get back in. And we get back in and everything, and I'm like coming up there on the sand and sitting on the what is it, chairs?
Yeah, like long ones. Yeah.
Sitting on the chairs, and just leaning over, throwing up in a hole, you know. And but the whole time I was in the water, I'm thinking about this in the water. You know, we could have been pulled out to sea. Nobody would have known about it.
I would have been.
You would have passed out.
Well, no, I was still awake then.
You would have passed out.
After a while, I probably would have called the cops. Hey, my friends went out in the water and didn't come back in.
But besides that,
I would have passed out by then.
You know, at any given moment, you are less than 20 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet from a shark.
Right.
When you're out in the water.
Probably.
So here I am out in the water. We're floating out further and further. I'm thinking, oh my God, we could have been chum.
Yeah.
You know, that was a crazy thing because we were at that bar, and didn't they serve food too?
Yeah, because we all had different things. We shared the clams, but I had like a shrimp.
Oysters or clams?
I had shrimp. I think they were oysters.
Well, that wasn't the bar though.
The bar. I didn't eat anything at the bar though. Yeah, because they were doing karaoke and they had kids in there until like a certain time of night. So here I am singing Lay It Down by Rap. Like, wow, they got Lay It Down. Never seen Lay It Down karaoke bar before, so I started singing Lay It Down. All these kids are dancing from me. I felt kind of weird, you know.
Like Jeffrey Epstein at a concert.
Right. Lay it down, lay it out. The kids are like, yeah.
It was kind of crazy. I don't remember too much, but I remember that.
Yeah. And Abel must have got it bad too, something, because he was like flush red the next day.
Well, he drank a lot of tequila and stuff, so he was hurting. Yeah.
We only stayed there one night, didn't we?
I think it was a couple of nights.
Was it? I thought we got there one night and that was it. Then we left the next day because we went looking for. We went jet skiing the next day, and then we tried to go parasailing. Maybe it was 2 nights. Maybe we went jet ski.
I think it was a couple of nights.
Yeah, and then the last day one day we tried to go parasailing and the storm came in luckily because I didn't want to go up there with you and Abel.
Why?
They're like the weight limit is 380 and we're like we just beat it by like 10 pounds or 20 pounds. I forget what the hell it was. Or it might have been something like that. Yeah.
We would have been the ones that flew off, you know.
Yeah.
And you know what I would have done if we were flying off, if we got disconnected and flew off? They tell you right off the bat with the cords, if you pull down on it, you drop. Well, yeah, you float, but it lifts you up just a little.
Yeah.
So when you're dropping, as the closer you get to the ground, you should pull up.
Yeah.
Or pull down as they do it with the cords. Now with the cords, if you pull certain areas on the cord, like it ventures off, you pull the front, you start to nosedive.
Right.
So I would have said, okay, let's float. Closer we get there, let's make sure we pull down on the sides there as we're coming closer to the ground, so it kind of lifts us up and softly sets us.
I was more worried about landing in the water, all 3 of us. And
landing on the water is not a big deal.
I was worried about the sharks, though.
The sharks, but they would have went for the big guy first. Then again, they might have gone for the straggler.
Yeah, they might have gone for the little
guy. Well, there's the weak one. Let's grab him. Yeah, all right. So then I would have been all right.
You'd be in the middle, though.
I would have been
that's
all right.
That's the next one. They didn't get enough off my bone. They'd be like, oh, that's the next one right there.
Yeah. But
so Abel would have been the safe one.
Maybe.
Then if the slowest swimmer, maybe Abel might have been last.
Yeah. But the biggest problem with the landing on the water would have been the getting tangled up in the parachute.
I'm glad a storm was coming in because I didn't want to go to no damn.
No, we got to do that before you leave.
We'll wait till I come back to visit.
No, we got to do it.
My foot hurts.
Make your foot feel better.
Yeah.
All right, so there's our 2 summer stories that we have there.
Yeah, do you want to hear any lover stories of the summers?
Nah, we're probably over time on this one.
Let's go one more story. Love that could have been but wasn't of a summer. You remember having any of those, like the girl you want to get with and just didn't happen?
And somebody cock-blocked you?
Cock-blocked it, or that you're... See, with mine, I was at a campground. Parents used to go to the campground, like, 20 miles north of where I lived. And they had a hayride thing going around the campground. Well, I'm too cool for a fucking hayride. I didn't do a fucking hayride. But anyhow, there was this girl on the back of the hayride. Kind of cute. Probably around my same age. I'm probably about 14 or 15 or whatever. She's like, hey, come on. Guess what? I'm getting on the fucking hayride. So I get on the hayride with her. We're talking. Having a good old time. We talked later. She had to go back to her camper. I had to go back to mine, later in the night. I was trying to go out and look for her, but I don't know where the hell her camper was, And then that was the last I saw her at, but I had such a strong connection.
You never saw her again after
Never saw her again.
Yeah.
She told me she was from that closer town to that campground, Horseheads. I was from Elmira, New York, so.
And you never went there?
Well, I went there again. I just never saw her ever
went there to look for her.
Yeah, I never saw her again. Maybe she was just there. That was her first time there. I never came back.
It could have been the one.
Could have been my hayride Sally.
It's Terrible, man. All right, thanks for ending it on such a sad note.
There was this other girl.
We're glad you got up off the ground and went and found another girl. Okie dokie. So, are we moving on? You haven't finished your beer. I can't move on until you finish your beer.
I remember back in
29 minutes.
We used to get off. Okay, we'll just finish off camera. And then we'd sit there for 10, 15 minutes off camera drinking that beer.
Yeah, which was terrible.
Then all of a sudden you're like, you got to start finishing on camera. We're not finishing. And I was like,
that sped you up a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And when I knew you finished the beer, we could finish the video and be done.
You ever smell a girl?
Smell like Teen Spirit.
Like a girl you date and you smell a certain perfume or whatever the hell, and you never have that smell again, and you smell it like 20 years later, and you're like, wow, that's what it was.
Funny that you mentioned that. I was talking to somebody the other day about certain smells and things that bring back memories instantaneously.
Yeah.
And like gasoline, pumping gasoline, I could sometimes I smell it and I get flashback back in the day when I first started driving.
Yeah.
Or when I used to pump gas for my dad, pop it in there, and pump when he'd go in and pay or something like that.
Right.
Or cutting grass, smelling fresh cut grass. It takes me back when I was playing baseball.
Right.
On a Saturday morning, going to the game, or a night game, and they just cut the grass. And then other memories were, girls and all that. I still have a memory of a fuzzy sweater and this wonderful Obsession cologne, on a girl.
Oh, yeah. Obsession?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women's Obsession.
Yeah.
And a fuzzy pink sweater. Nice. That was a nice memory.
Yeah. These two girls smelled a certain way. There was one girl I dated, her name was Jen. I don't know what the fuck she wore, but I smelled that shit years later and like instantaneously. I was like, wow, that's the only girl I knew wore that. And then there's another one, I forget what the hell she wore, but I smelled it years later. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I met too many girls that wore the same shit. They all wore something different on a regular basis.
It's like I said, it just certain memories pop in and, it doesn't take much. And it's weird.
Yeah.
If you could actually control that, if you could say, okay,
I want to smell this.
I smell this, or if you could retain your memories.
Of the smell, it'd be great.
And the moment. And
like, even though it's not there, but you can just think of it and actually really smell it.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Well, you can almost do it.
Yeah, almost. It's like there's a memory of what the smell is there, but you're really not smelling it.
But as soon as you smell it, you're like, clued in.
They say scent is one of the most. The scent is
most
one
memorable.
of the scents that has the best memory is the scent.
Well, I can remember my dad and my mom and sister and me, as little kids, were going to the beach. We were going to Pine Island, and on the way, you go down that long. The closer you get, but there's this long road you go down to get to Pine Island. And as I'm driving, going that way, you start to smell the salt water, the marshy saltwater smell.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as soon as that smell hits, sometimes I flash back to riding in the car as a little kid.
Yeah.
My dad, mom, and sister there.
I get that too. The first time I ever went to the ocean was me and Pat. Before Sean had a big beat up, me and Pat went with them to I don't know, but we went with them once. And as soon as you got closer to the ocean, you can start smelling it. The first time I ever went to the ocean, it was like. So now, when I go to the ocean, I get that smell. It almost reminds me of the time we were driving down the road there with the windows down and smelling that shit. Yeah, that's cool. Shit. My mother and stepfather ditched me and Pat. Like, oh, we're going to the casino. Kids aren't allowed, so just hang out here at the beach. So we're walking down the boardwalk. They give us money, and we're spending money at the boardwalk, walking down the boardwalk, out at the beach. And it's a really good memory because we had some Puerto Ricans come walking up toward us. And Pat had those shades that almost looked like Bon Jovi type shades. He had a little bit of long blonde hair, and Puerto Ricans said, "Hey, look, man, it's Bon Jovi." You know. Pat's like, and then we saw some Japanese tourists. And the Japanese guy, "You take a picture of me?" Give the camera Pat.
And y'all ran off.
No. Oh. I was going to take a picture, and the guy leaned against the trash can, is like up there on the boardwalk with the ocean behind him. Pat's like, "I'll take a picture of you in the trash can."
Yeah.
That was fun. But, yeah, the best memory of that is we got a flat on the way there, actually. We're close to Atlantic City, but we're outside it. It's at nighttime now, 9, 10 o'clock at night. We get the flat fixed. Now it was late. By the time we got it fixed, I don't know if we had a spare, I had to wait for someone, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we didn't even make it to Atlantic City. We're about 3 or 4 or 5 miles out inland. We just stopped at the nearest hotel for the night, because by that time it was 11 o'clock at night. We get in that hotel room. As soon as we went in there and turned on the lights, roaches just scattering all over the place.
You can hear them pitter patter.
Yeah, and they're just, and we're like, holy shit! And we had the TV on loud, had the lights on all night, slept with our, everybody's up in the fucking beds. Like, oh shit.
Well, I can remember something similar to that. We were riding, trying to go up north to visit relatives and everything, and it got really dark and getting late. And at that time, there was a couple of roads that if you went on it, if you didn't get a hotel room earlier in the evening, you weren't going to get one. Well, anyway, we decided we were going to stop. This is when I was a kid, Dad decides he's going to stop. We're going to stop off. We went to this one hotel room, and something similar to that. And he said, "You know what?" He went back up front, got his money, and said, "We're just going to keep driving." He's like, "I'm not sleeping with roaches." Turned around, jumped back in the car, and kept going. It was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. We showed up at our relative's house at like 3 o'clock in the morning, waking them up. It was funny.
Yeah, because I can't believe we even stayed there with my mother. My mother like bitching up a storm. And shit, I remember one time we went back during my step-grandfather's funeral. We drove my grandmother back up to New York. We got to this one hotel, and my mother was like, we got there at 5 in the morning, so we checked in at 5 in the morning. We drove straight from here to all the way there. It took almost like friggin' 20 hours or whatever. And we get there, my mother's like, "I like to see the room first before we pay for it," because my grandmother is more even picky than my mother, of course. Yeah. My mother came out of there, she goes, "Yeah, this ain't gonna do." So we left there, had to go, that was up towards Horseheads. We had to go all the way back to Elmira.
Yeah.
Another 7-8 miles to find a hotel room. I was like,
That's funny.
So we went to bed. So by that time, we check in at 6 o'clock in the morning. Went to bed. Then they're waking us up at 10. I'm like, holy fuck, 4 hours. And I couldn't sleep in the car.
And you know what bothers me about that is that you come in during the day and check in. And they don't have the decency to say, okay, being that you came in at 6 a.m., you don't have to be out until 6 a.m.
Right.
Or 10 o'clock at night, or whatever it is,
You're basically paying for for 4 or 5 hours. You're paying for it.
Because if you were able to check in after 3, normally it's after 12. So it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock is normal check-in time.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3 o'clock you get out, you get in. And then before in the morning you have to be out by 11.
Yeah, 11, 10, some of them 10.
10.
Yeah.
So 10, 11. So there is 2, 3 hours before that. So about 5 hours difference. So if you clocked in at 6 o'clock, they should be allowing you to stay there until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Make a special notation, okay, or we're going to let you stay until the morning time. So basically 24 hours,
Yeah.
Instead of trying to run you out.
Well, we got the discount, the bereavement discount, but I think you can go to any hotel. Hey, I'm in town they don't ask for proof.
No, they usually will give it to you.
Yeah, I'm here for a funeral. My grandfather died. We get a cheaper rate. That's the only time I did it, but 2 times we did it. Then my grandmother died next year, or not the next year, a couple of years later. cut the bereavement rate. So I'm like, wow, all you just do is you go there and tell them something. I mean, I don't know.
So whenever you're going somewhere, you should say,
yeah, I'm in Daytona.
yeah, we're here staying on the beach because for a funeral.
Yeah, we're being put in the sea. So ashes are being dumped in the sea tomorrow, right in front of your hotel, matter of fact.
Because they always love this area.
Yeah, this is their favorite hotel.
Yeah.
I tell everybody about this hotel because it's grandma's favorite.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a double discount.
My Facebook followers and my Instagram followers, they all love me.
I got a beer review too. Tell them all that.
My 50,000.
Yeah. 26 subscribers.
Yeah. All right, drink up the beer. Let's move on.
You want me to drink this beer?
Yes, that beer. Drink it all. Do you like the girl that swallowed everything?
Who was she?
Doesn't matter, does it? She did it.
If I want to meet her, yeah.
Your summer dream.
Do you want me to tell you the time of my disaster?
Maybe next video.
The one I told you about earlier?
Yeah, you could do that.
When it broke my heart.
Yeah, you could do that. But I don't suggest doing that.
You don't suggest? I don't think she watches it.
I wouldn't suggest it.
Should I text her a message? Tell her about it?
No, just move on. Let it go.
Should I say,
we're supposed to be upbeat, happy, exciting,
but
spectacular.
Should I tell her, when am I going to get my blowjob? I'm going to be kind of upbeat. If a girl I dated we broke up, and then she ended up giving my brother a blowjob a couple months later, I'm still waiting all these years for my blowjob. Shouldn't I text her and say, hey?
Yes, I think you should.
Blowjob?
Pull up your phone, text her. You know, you say you didn't, but he was adamant that you did, and it just makes me think I missed out on my blowjob. So when am I going to get mine?
Because I messaged you the other day, hey, nice pic. Did you post that pic? This was 2 days ago. Never responded back to her. So now it's time to be nasty, right?
I don't suggest it.
Hey, I know. You said many years ago my brother had that party at the house, and I was out camping with my parents, and my brother told me a few months later that you gave him a blowjob that night, and you deny it. That broke my heart when I heard about that, but I'm still waiting for my blowjob.
Will it make me feel better?
Read it. Make sure, voice to text, make sure it came out good. Hey, I know you said many years ago my brother had that party at the house, and I was out camping with my parents. My brother said, he told me a few months later that you gave him a B, star. So
Facebook censors
that? And you
that?
deny, yeah, if you say it. If you type it, it won't, but if you say it, it does.
Oh, jeez.
And you deny it, they broke my heart. It broke my heart. It broke my...
Just hearing it broke my heart.
Just hearing it. When I heard about that, but I'm still waiting for my B, star.
You should say, and made me think, I never got mine. When am I going to get mine?
I should just let you say it. It was coming all up. Hey, when am I going to get mine? When am I going to get mine? Hallelujah. When the fuck am I going to get mine? See how it all comes up. My B, you should say, and it made me... Hold on.
I tell you what.
I love voice to text.
I just want to move on. I hate voice to text.
He told me a few months later that you gave him a blowjob last night, and you deny it. Just hearing it, I'm still waiting for it.
Just hearing it, it broke my heart.
Yeah, where'd it go? Just hearing it.
Broke my heart.
Okay. Broke my heart.
But it made me think. I never got a blowjob.
I'm still waiting for this. I just have next. I'm still waiting for my B, star.
Yeah, but you should say that. It makes me think I never got mine. I guess I'm still waiting for mine. When are you going to get mine?
Makes me think I never got mine. When am I going to get mine? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my B. You should say, and it made me think. You start coming up. But listen, you should say, and it made me think, so I should just let you say, it has come.
Alright. Come on, let's close up this video.
To the hell up. Hey, when am I going to get mine? When I am going to get mine. Hallelujah. My heart. When I heard about that, but I'm still waiting.
Well, one thing's for sure. With it being all messed up like that,
she won't do that.
You could say, well, it was voice to text, so I don't know what it said. What did it say?
What did it say?
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it said that. I just was like, I remember that time.
I was showing my friend a picture of you. I don't know how the hell they all came. We must be talking about something.
You just say I was doing voice to text to send you a message, but it came up with all that crap. I didn't realize it. I was trying to say that,
many years ago, I missed you so much.
It just made me think of the time when my brother said he did that, and it just made me
broke my heart.
And it brought back those feelings and everything.
It made me almost feel like a cuck. Bro.
You got turned out by your brother. Alright, let's move on. Thanks for watching Split Swell Beer Review.
I am Shag Dog the.
Yeah.
Unless we're I, H's still, I can't
remember. G, it was gregarious.
Yes, I
Shag
am.
Dog.
El Gigante. My jammer is.
Great. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous and grateful.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, liking, sharing. Tinkle the bell. Shag Dog, get us out of here.
Alright, we'll see you on the next one, folks.